Shalom Aleichem, everybody. So we often hear the concepts of physical and spiritual. There's physicality and spirituality. And spiritual is godliness, and physicality is the lack of godliness, so to speak. That's the way it may appear at first glance. But we're approaching the holiday of Shavuot. Shavuot is the holiday that Hashem gave us the Torah, Matan Torah. The Torah, which is something incredibly and completely spiritual that Hashem brought down to us to the physical world. And it applies to the physical world. So wait, the Torah is something that's completely spiritual, but it talks about physical things. How is that possible? It tells us, of course, there's concepts in the Torah that are above physical, talking about spiritual concepts, like the concept of Gan Eden and Olam Haba, and the higher levels of consciousness, the higher levels of conscious beings that Hashem created, and the higher levels of revelation of Hashem, and then ultimately the Ein Sof Hashem in His infinite, above infinite state. But yet the Torah, which comes from the highest source, from Hashem Himself, talks about physical things. How could it be? How could it be? I thought there's physical or spiritual. So the Torah tells us that no, that's not the case. Yes, there's physical, and yes, there's spiritual, but the Torah is the bridge between the two. We could take physical and make it spiritual. That's what the Torah tells us and teaches us. We don't have to completely separate from our physicality. We just have to channel it in the ways that the Torah guides us. Not to be controlled by our physical and follow the ways of our physicality, because they will lead us away. They will deceive us, and ultimately we'll never reach a good place. But not to destroy our physicality completely and to become angels and robots, so to speak, but to use the physicality in a holy way, to take the physicality and make it holy. And this is the concept of fusing heaven and earth, fusing Olam Haba, Gan Eden, with this world. When you combine Gan Eden and this world, you get Olam Haba, and even more so, because Hashem wants us. He doesn't want us to have to pass away and go to Gan Eden. No, He wants us to bring this aspect of Gan Eden down here. That we should reach a fully spiritual place while we're in the physical. And the physicality itself will be part of the spiritual. And that's what Hashem loves. That's what Hashem is most dear to Hashem. That's what's most dear to Hashem, is in a physical world where we have desires that are against godliness, we're able to channel them and improve ourselves and channel our physicality in a holy way. And that is the ultimate pleasure to both Hashem and to us. And that's the concept of Shavuot. Reaching a place of spirituality in this physical world. And we all can do this. And if you're not Jewish, which I've said in videos before, you also have a part of this mission, a very important part, and it's keeping the 7 laws of Noach. And like I said, it's not just the 7 laws of Noach. There's much more. There's 7 main laws and many sub-laws included within it. And connecting to Hashem, ultimately. The Noachides have a very important mission in connecting to Hashem and sharing your mission with other Noachides, other Bnei Noach. And that is a huge part of the redemption. When the Jews connect to Hashem, and the non-Jews also connect to Hashem, we will reach a place of true spirituality. And the Torah is the gateway. The Torah is Hashem's gateway that He gives us to get to Him in this world of physicality, and to bring a greater light than even before we were born, when we were in the presence of Hashem. Thank you so much. God bless you. All the best.